Hey everyone, Blaze here, welcome back to another anime pickups video. Today we're going to be talking about Sentai Filmworks Holiday Haul that I got. Their sale over the Christmas period was just insane. I picked up 13, was it? No, 12 anime titles. I also picked up 3 that weren't anime that I might show in a different video. So we're only going to concentrate on the anime I picked up today, but yeah, the stuff in the sale is just insane, so let's get into it. The whole reason, the catalyst for me having to buy stuff from this sale, because I don't normally do that, because I have to then, while the sales are really great, I have to ship it all the way to the UK, and obviously that means that sometimes the savings just aren't that great. But this sale was so crazy that even after spending quite a lot of money sending all these titles to the UK, I still saved literally hundreds and hundreds of pounds, which is just awesome. Like literally hundreds and hundreds. I think it was somewhere close to almost £300 or £400, closer to 4, I think, that I saved buying these things in this sale. That was how crazy the sale was. So the catalyst for me wanting to participate in the sale was the opportunity to buy this one first. Haikyuu Season 1 and Haikyuu Season 2 on Blu-ray. Complete collection of the first 2 seasons. Yeah, I watched this series for the first time last year in the summer, like 2018 summer, and I think I watched the whole thing in a week. It's like 60 episodes or something, plus like a couple of Shonen Jump specials. And yeah, I absolutely, obviously, having watched a lot of it in such a small time frame, I fell in love with this series. It's so great. It's right up there with like Big Wind Up and Fighting Spirit. It's just really, really well made shonen-esque sports series. I didn't think I'd care this much about volleyball, but it turns out volleyball is actually a pretty fun, intense game when it's told in a story like this. I really, really liked it. The characters are just fantastic. It is a bit more shonen-y than, say, something like Big Wind Up, like characters have. I mean, it is in Shonen Jump. The manga is actually a Shonen Jump title. So, yeah, that's not too surprising, I guess, because like some of the characters have like multicolored hair. Like this guy's got green hair, or this guy's got silver hair, and you know that's the stuff you don't get in Big Wind Up, or to some degree Fighting Spirit. Actually, now I think about it, so it's a bit more shonen-y in that way. But that's hardly a reason not to watch it, is it? So yeah, I adored this show. It's absolutely fantastic. I thought the collector's editions for these were quite nice looking, at least at first glance, but they actually didn't have much stuff inside them, and since I don't tend to go for collector's editions, I was certainly tempted with this show because of how much I liked it, but it just wasn't enough in there in the collector's edition box sets to deem it worth the substantial extra money I'd have to pay, considering I got these for just $15 each. $15 each. I don't know what's the hold up with the 3rd season. Sentai announced that they had it a while ago. I don't really understand why they're taking so long to release it, but I really hope they do so soon. And obviously, even though I haven't had to wait anywhere near as long, I am fully part of the hype train for Season 4, which is coming this year. Can't wait for that. Yeah, just such a fantastic, fantastic show. Okay, next up, we have here another 2-season set. Both of these are 2 core seasons as well. And yeah, they were also $15 each, and these were 2 titles that I really wanted to get. I haven't seen this show yet. Used to own it on DVD, but I picked up Season 1 of Chihayafuru and Season 2 of Chihayafuru. So this is basically a shoujo, more josei, I think, romance series, but it's also based on this Japanese card game, like this Japanese poetry card game as well. So it's sort of like a sports anime at the same time, though I use that term relatively loosely, and I'm pretty sure the show isn't. I don't know. I can't really say. I'm pretty sure it's kind of the center of the show, but it's also, more a romance series as well. I don't know. Probably juggles the two just fine. But anyway, yeah, it's just a show that, again, I used to own on Siren Visual DVD, sub only, and then, as with all these Siren Visual bloody DVDs I picked up, it seems, they all suddenly started coming out in America, and not only did they come out on Blu-ray this time, but Sentai Filmworks even went all the way to dubbing this show as well. These also got really beautiful collector's editions, which I was also tempted by. I'm glad I didn't. One, because I was able to get these for just $30 for both, which is insane. But also, also, this has a season 3 coming out, and the collector's edition that Sentai did was an art box that housed both collector's editions of each. Like, well, I think season 1 got a collector's edition, and then season 2 got a slightly smaller one that fit inside it, inside the season 1 collector's edition, whatever. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer that, given there's also going to be a season 3. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, even though I haven't watched it yet. I've watched like the first 10 minutes of the first episode of season 1 back when I had the DVDs, just to check it out, just to get a general vibe of the opening parts of the show or whatever. I tend to do that a lot. And yeah, I was like immediately drawn to it. I was like, wow, this is already something I feel like I will really enjoy. I mean, I really enjoyed shows like Nana and Honey and Clover, which are other like notable josei type shows that have come out in English with similar looking art styles and stuff. Yeah, the art style to this also kind of reminds me, as much as it reminds me of those shows and the Dame Cantabile and stuff like that, it also kind of reminds me of like Natsume Book and Friends, or Book of Friends. I don't think it was made by Brainspace. I'm pretty sure it's a Madhouse series. But anyway, whatever. So yeah, got season 1 on 3 discs, and I said it's got a dub, which is really cool. So season 2. Oh yeah, I forgot the tray's broken on this one, unfortunately, but and disc 3. I don't know if I'll go so far as to replacing the case, because I don't know, as long as I'm careful it won't be a problem. Maybe I will, I don't know, whatever. Chihayafuru season 2. Really awesome to pick both of those up for such a stupidly cheap price for both of those shows, because that, you're talking, if I was to buy those at normal retail price from my normal source in the UK or whatever, that would cost probably close to £200, and I got them both for like closer to like 50 quid. So you kind of like, already I'm saved like £150 or something. So that's the sort of savings I was getting. This is just insane. I will definitely do this again with the Sentai stuff soon. I probably should have said this first, but a lot of what we're going through at the beginning here is titles that I really wanted, and then everything else are like gaps that I needed to fill as well. So anyway, here's another title that I really wanted then. This is Gate, the complete collection. This is just one of those shows I've heard a lot about over the years, and it just seems to be something that I'm almost certain I will not just like, but probably love. This is a 2-core series, 24 episodes. This takes place in modern day Japan, except a mysterious gate appears in the Tokyo Ginza district and begins spawning armed warriors and flying monsters. The world is thrown into turmoil. So yeah, and even though the Japan Defense Force kind of keep them at bay at one point, the portal remains, and there's this whole other world on the other side of this portal, and war pretty much commences between the two sides. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So you got like modern military Japan self-defense force versus like freaking elves and like fantasy like stuff, and it just sounds super awesome to me. Yeah, I really like the sound of this show a lot. It's fully dubbed into English. This also got a collector's edition, and it was also one that I thought looked really nice, but again, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to buy this for just $15 again. I'm pretty sure this was in the holiday sale, which again is mad, absolutely crazy. So yeah, Gate, the complete collection. Really happy to have this. I really would like to watch this year. I'd like to watch all of these at some point for sure. Obviously, that's why I bought them. But that one is very high on my to watch list out of everything you're seeing here. Okay, the last title that isn't a gap filler is The Big O. Man, is this a long time in the making for me getting this in the collection. I've heard about this show since I first got into anime, because it's one of those shows that I'm pretty sure aired on Toonami back in the day, so it has like this extra bit of fandom behind it. in the West, in America, obviously. So as a result, it's just one of those shows that is like highly regarded. It's also a show that is kind of a little bit in the same vein as like Cowboy Bebop and things like that. It's a very like Western type. I can't really think of the right. I don't mean Western as in cowboys, but I just mean like in terms of like, I don't know. When you look at this show, you don't necessarily immediately think, oh, that's anime sort of thing. I mean, it's got a very Art Deco design. It reminds me a lot of Batman, the animated series. And yeah, this is the complete collection of both seasons on Blu-ray. Unfortunately, I should probably go into this. Season 1, despite being cel painted anime, unlike Season 2, which is digital, Season 1, despite being cel painted, is upscaled on this. I wasn't aware, well, I wouldn't say I wasn't aware, I just totally had forgotten. And when I told a friend of mine that I'd picked this up, they were like, you do know that Season 1 is also upscaled? And I'm like, what, really? But it was cel painted, like I'm pretty sure it's just Season 2 and not Season 1. But no, it turns out Season 1 was also upscaled, so yeah, that's super disappointing. But I've never seen the show, and the upscale for Season 1 doesn't look too bad, so yeah, it's on 4 discs, so yeah, I should probably show the middle as well. But yeah, just one of those shows, one of those old Bandai releases. I don't know if it's a Sunrise. Yeah, it is Sunrise, so yeah. I could only assume then that's where a lot of like the Cowboy Bebop type connections come from, because it was also made by Sunrise at a similar time and has like a similar style as well. It sounds really, really cool. I'm sure I will like it. It's a shame that Season 1 is upscaled, but I don't know. If I end up watching this and I really don't like the video quality, fortunately, since this release has since come out, the Anime Legends DVDs have really come down in price, so there's always that option. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. Big O is a show that I really, really hope to enjoy. Oh yeah, this this is a curious little thing. This is the only Sunrise rescue that Sentai Filmworks have put out. They rescued like a ton of shows, just like Funimation did. Funimation, I'm pretty sure, are pretty much done putting all those out now. I think the Tales of the Abyss is like the last one, and it's just about to come out, or has come out. But yeah, this is the only one that Sentai have done, which really sucks because they rescued a bunch of really cool titles. Like Infinite Revius and Zega Pain is one I've been wanting them to put out because I sold my DVD release around the time the announcement of the rescue came out, and I was like, it's beginning to save space in my collection, and that was like fucking like almost 4 or 5 years ago now that I sold that set, I think, and I've been waiting to replace it with a nice Blu-ray release, and I haven't been able to, so that's really annoying. Okay then, so on to the stuff that I bought to fill in gaps in my collection. These are a bunch of titles that I really wanted, obviously, but these are ones I really wanted to concentrate on in the sales. I want to go and get all the titles that I can afford that I need to fill in all the gaps in my collection from Sentai shows and releases that I don't have. And I was able to get them all, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I got all the ones I needed to fill all the gaps. So, sometime last year, maybe the year before, I don't know, it's all a big blur at this point. I know I've shown this before anyway. I picked up Ajin and Demi-Human, Season 1 on Blu-ray. The Polygon Pictures show from Netflix, the horror series. So obviously I picked up Season 2, so this contains the second season and like, yeah, 2 movies as well. So I got all 3 movies and both seasons, so yeah. Agent Demi-Human Season 2. A show that I'm almost certain I will like. I know not everyone likes CG anime, and I certainly don't want anime to go fully CG. We are starting to see more and more CG shows as time's gone on, which is slightly disappointing, I suppose. But I do like seeing it every now and then. Polygon Pictures do a really good job. They obviously did Knights of Sidonia, which I love. They also did, I haven't watched it all yet, but they did like the second season of Fist of the Blue Sky, like Regenesis, and I liked what I saw of that, despite the weird frame rate animation choice or whatever, which I think Knights of Sidonia might have had as well. It's one of the weird things, for some reason a lot of the time they seem to, Polygon Pictures anyway, when they do a CG production, they decide to do it at a lower frame rate, the same frame rate than a normal anime would be at, like 25, 24 frames per second or whatever, like film frame rate, rather than doing it at like a full 60 FPS or something, which looks much more natural for like CG animation. But yeah, other than that, what they produce is actually really good stuff normally, and I'm really looking forward to watching Ajin Demi-Human. It seems like a show that is right up my alley, so yeah, really happy to have that and complete that part of my collection. Another really cool one that I've now completed my collection, although I really need to watch this. I've seen one episode, and that's it, of this whole franchise so far, and it's something I just really need to get to, and that is Cobra. Cobra. I mean, that's not the opening to this, at least I don't think it is. It's the opening to the TV series, which obviously I've got in the art box from Nozomi Entertainment. I also have the DVD discotheque release of the movie. I need to get the Blu-ray. But yeah, now I also have Cobra, the animation. This was like $10.99 in the sale or something, which is mad again. This is the complete 13 episode TV series. I think came out around 2010, and then it's also got 6 OVAs, which I can't remember if they predated the TV series or not, but whatever. So you've got TV series, the Psycho Gun, and Time Drive OVAs on 3 discs. So yeah, I now have the complete Space Adventure Cobra franchise, thanks to 3 different companies: Nozomi Entertainment, Discotheque, and of course Sentai Filmworks. All of it's sub only, I think, although maybe the movie's got a dub. Yeah, the movie's got a dub, but the rest of it is obviously subbed. Yeah, really happy to have it. I just really need to watch it now. I wonder if when this license lapses from Nozomi Entertainment, as they seem to be letting a lot of their old school classic shows go out of print, I wonder if eventually Discotheque will come along and do a Blu-ray of this. I don't see why they wouldn't, honestly, given the sort of titles that they're currently releasing on Blu-ray, like really old, obscure, never before released giant robot series from the 1980s, which are like 50 episodes long. They're quite happily putting out on Blu-ray, so I honestly don't see why they wouldn't put out Space Adventure Cobra TV on Blu-ray either. So yeah, it almost puts me off wanting to watch the DVD, because it'd be great to watch that show for the first time on Blu-ray, but it would also be great to actually watch the DVDs that I bought all those years ago. So okay, this is like the only DVD thing I picked up. There was actually quite a lot of DVD releases in the sale that I really kind of wanted, and it was especially hard to turn a lot of them away to make sure I filled in all the gaps, because they were really cheap. There were ones that were like $2.99, $3.99. It was ridiculous. But this is one that isn't actually a gap filler. It's just something I meant to buy ages ago, and I finally have done. It was one of the things in the sale. I was like, I'll chuck that in for definite, because I've been wanting to get it back in the collection for a long time. I used to own this in the art box. I bought the complete collection of Magical Shopping Arcade Abenobashi, which is one of those shows that I remember watching a long time ago and really enjoying. It's just a really fun comedy. It's made by Gainax, and it's sort of like a parody of a lot of their classic shows that obviously came out before this. And yeah, it's a really fun series. I love the dub as well, because the characters, I think the characters are from Osaka. Yeah, so a lot of times in American dubs, when the characters are from Osaka, which is kind of like the south of America, if you will, and that's the comparison that they often make in the American dub. So they will have like a southern accent, which we won't go into the details of why that might be funny, but it is funny. I don't care. So yeah, arcade shopping, Magical Shopping Arcade Abenobashi. Really happy to have this back in the collection. There is a Blu-ray release in Japan that has English support, but the Blu-ray is actually quite cheap, but the Blu-ray is also not that good. It looks pretty bad, actually. So yeah, this is on 3 discs. But here we have all the inserts from the volumes that I used to have. So I had 4 volumes in the art box, and so I sold those, but I kept the inserts knowing that whenever I bought a complete collection, it'd be cool to have all this stuff in there. This is the one thing I really miss, and I tried to keep as much of it as I could. I wish I kept more than I did, because I actually came up with the idea of keeping the inserts, because most people don't even really think about them when they're buying stuff that often. So I came up with that idea of like, I'll keep those, and yeah, because as I said, people don't really miss them. And I wanted to keep them because yeah, they're just really cool, and you just don't get stuff this in depth. Like a lot of the time back in the day, you'd buy volumes and it would come like with a mini guide to the 4 episodes you have on the disc, and there'd be like translation notes, liner notes, all sorts of really cool stuff. So yeah, I decided to keep some of those, and I'm happy to basically make this collection fully complete in my mind, which is really cool. So the only problem is it doesn't really shut very well because there's quite a lot in there. I can shut it eventually, but it takes a while. Anyway, okay, so this is a really cool one, because this is another collection that is now finally complete, and it's a sizable collection. It's also another collection like Space Adventure Cobra, where I really need to actually get around to watching most of this, because a lot of it I haven't seen yet. But this is my Gatchaman collection. So we've got the original TV series, the movie, Gatchaman 2, Gatchaman Fighter, the Gatchaman OVA, which is also on the Blu-ray set, but I have the DVD because it has a different dub. And then we have Gatchaman Crowd Season 1, and finally, to complete my Gatchaman collection, I have Gatchaman Crowd Insight, or Gatchaman Crowd Season 2. So yeah, I now have the complete Gatchaman on Blu-ray and DVD. All of it put out by Sentai Filmworks, apart from the old OVA release. So yeah, if you want to get into Gatchaman, Sentai Filmworks have the entire franchise, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and currently all of it's in print too. In fact, they're actually re-releasing the TV series, and probably with the movie and the OVA as well, I imagine, in like a big new box set with like Alex Ross, the Alex Ross art book, which I kind of want. I just don't really want to. I don't really want another Blu-ray box set for the sake of it. Like, it's not. I kind of just want the art book. It's kind of a shame they're not just re-releasing the art book on its own, because I probably would have bought that for like 20 quid or something, because Alex Ross, his painted artwork he did for Gatchaman across all the DVD art boxes, which I used to own of course, was just amazing. And while some of that stuff is on this set, not all of it is, and it would have been nice to have an art book for it, but I'm not willing to double dip on the whole TV series just to get it. But yeah, I'm happy to finally complete my Gatchaman collection. It's been a long time in coming, and I really liked Gatchaman Crowd Season 1. I thought as a reimagining of the Gatchaman story and the characters and just a general setup, but in like the modern day, I thought it was pretty good. I really like the art style choice they went for, which is quite crazy, with tons of like multicolored patterns everywhere and stuff. It's a really fun show. It really pops on the screen, if you will. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Season 2. Yeah, and I'll probably end up rewatching Season 1, because I watched it while it aired, or around while it aired, back in like 2013 I think it was. So it's been a long time, so I'll probably rewatch Season 1 with the dub, and then go into Season 2 for the first time with the dub as well. But yeah, really happy to finally have all of that. Okay, and the final thing for my Sentai Filmworks haul here is another franchise which is now sort of complete. This is all that's available anyway. So this is my Initial D collection, the complete 4 stages and the first of the new movies. And now I have, of course, then that's the 3rd one. So you got the 2nd one, Initial D Racer, and then Initial D Dream, or Initial D Legend Free Dream. So yeah, I've got, this is, yeah, all of Initial D that's available in English, or at least kinda. There is obviously the first 2 seasons that were done by Tokyo Pop with a slightly different dub, which I kind of want for some reason. I just do. I kind of want them. I might end up buying those at some point, but yeah, this is all the of Initial D that you can get that's out there, and yeah, it's kind of frustrating though, as awesome it is to have all this stuff. We're only missing, I think, 19 episodes it is. So we're missing the 5th stage TV series and the final stage, which is like a 4-episode OVA. And if we get that from someone, please, then we'll have everything. That's all we're missing. I don't even need a dub on it. I'd love to get Funimation to put those out and have the same dub, and that'd be great. But I'll live without a dub, just if it means I can have the complete collection. So Discotek, please, someone, Sentai even, Funimation, anyone, Viz Media, I don't care. I don't care who it is. It would just be, that's all we're missing, and it'd be really great if that wasn't the case and we could get the final block of Initial D stuff out. So yeah, that's the first of many anime pickup videos I'm probably going to be filming today. So yeah, that's my Sentai Filmworks holiday haul of anime. Really, really awesome. It was, like I said, I saved hundreds of pounds. That sale was insane. I will totally be buying stuff in, I think their summer sale is also pretty crazy, but if it's not, I'm probably going to hold off buying Sentai stuff until around the Christmas period next year, and then I'll buy a crap ton again, because there's still a ton of Sentai titles I'd really, really like to get. So yeah, I will definitely be going back to them when their next sale is on and buying a bunch more titles that I really want. Like by then, like Made in Abyss, which is the show I really want, and Girls Last Tour is another one I'd really like to get. Both of those might be quite cheap by then. And there's plenty of other stuff as well, like Princess Tutu, probably on DVD, but I might skip the Blu-ray on that because it's an upscale. But yeah, just tons and tons and tons of titles. So yeah, I'm Base. Thanks for watching. There'll be more anime pickups very soon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and look forward to the next one.